Okay. Now let's welcome Kenda-san, Ito-san, Ito-san, and the board. Okay.
Hello everyone, my name is Kenta Ito and she's my team member.
My name is My name is Popomon. I'm from Yamagata, but I currently live in Japan. And now I'm working at a Japanese company as a software engineer. Thank you.
Thank you. First of all, thank you for giving us this opportunity on such short notice. This is the first time I am making a speech in English. I think there may be some rude expressions in our speech, so I apologize before presentation. I am deeply honored to be a part of this conference. I think Taiwan has a highly developed technology sector. The government's efforts are also progressive, and I am very impressed to see how the public and private sectors are working together to evolve the existing infrastructure for the better. I am working in an information system department at a Japanese general company. The project we are currently focused on is reducing our reliance on specific vendors with Microsoft Office as a prime example. We believe this to be a great significance. So today, based on our past experiences, I'd like to talk about the benefit of promoting open standard using LibreOffice technology. This presentation will discuss the current state of Office software in Japan. Microsoft Office is the de facto standard. Most PCs come with Microsoft Office Play installed. This is widely circulated as a standard by both government agencies and private sectors. I have some concerns for these reasons. The first one is public institutions are not utilizing high public value IT assets. The next one is the entire environment is dependent on a specific vendor. The last one is it basically means we have to rely on the private sector for that environment. Public sector assets are also valuable assets for the private sector. This is because the assets project introduced by public institutions are funded by taxes collected from the private sector. Let's consider this using the Office software. Microsoft Office requires a license to be paid for in order to use it. This applies to both government and private sectors. If you don't use Microsoft Office, you may not be able to submit necessary documents to government agencies. In other words, you need to purchase Microsoft Office in order to communicate and exchange documents with government agencies. In other words, this is taxing. Just as we pay a consumption tax, we essentially have to pay a software usage tax to share data with governments. However, it is clear that in the past it was necessary to use Microsoft Office. One example is Yamagata Prefecture, which introduced OpenOffice to these government offices in 2011, attracting attention as a progressive initiative, but returned to Microsoft Office in 2014. Reasons given include a lack of functionality and support for OpenOffice. In addition, documents sent by business partners were not in audio format, which meant waiting to get to a PC where Microsoft Office could be used for review and correction. I can certainly empathize with this situation. An example of a lack of functionality is a VLOOKUP function, where it was always required a specific range of rows or columns to be specified. But now, this situation has changed. There is active development of software such as LibreOffice, which can generally view Microsoft Office format files. In addition, the basic functions have been improved to the same level as Microsoft Office. Nowadays, even function like VLOOKUP mentioned in the example can work as well as Microsoft Office in terms of behavior and capabilities. And in some situations, it performs better than Microsoft Office. For example, LibreOffice handles CSV files better, displaying a confirmation window when you double-click to open the file. Functions are also richer, with 508 functions in LibreOffice per 24 Calc and 477 in Microsoft Office 365 Excel. In the past, there were other major challenges. This solution is mobile and cloud environments. One method of sharing information in recent years has been collaborating to edit the same document with team members in the cloud. Furthermore, working in a mobile environment is becoming increasingly important. In this field, it was significantly outperformed by Google and Microsoft, which represented a significant barrier to adoption in general organizations. However, that issue has also been resolved in recent years. This is due to the fact that the platform is currently being established as LibreOffice technology. This is an excellent platform that provides users with access to audio documents from any devices using a common engine in various environments. For example, the desktop environment is LibreOffice. The LibreOffice runs on a variety of environments, including Windows, Mac, and Linux. For users in mobile environment, we recommended the LibreOffice suite. This is available for use on Android and iOS devices. For the cloud, you can use the Collabora Online. This can be used in conjunction with the compatible cloud groupware. One common example of its use in conjunction with the Nextcloud platform in the form of Nextcloud Office. As such, it continues to become powerful and useful software through continuous improvements as LibreOffice and other LibreOffice technologies. In terms of usability, we feel that the barriers are less than they used to be. Conversely, cost-related issues are growing. Japan is currently experiencing what is known as a weak yen, which is driving up the prices for foreign products across the board. Microsoft Office is no exception, and the cost of Microsoft Office 365 has been increasing every year. The tax rate of our private sector software usage tax is rising. Generally, taxes are decided through discussion in Parliament and implemented as policies. However, the software usage tax is determined by software vendor itself. This is one of the risks of relying on a specific vendor. Of course, you have to pay to use it, and you also have to pay to get from the latest features, or when you need to upgrade, because your current version no longer works. You have to pay for everything you do. In extreme cases, for example, even if the price of Microsoft Office were to increase by 50% from what is it now, we would still have no choice but to pay the fee in order to handle practically standard files. There is no public interest in this. Public service should benefit everyone equally, and the use of Microsoft Office by government agencies does not align with that concept. There are other risks to reliance on specific vendors. Recently, Windows computers around the world experienced a malfunction. This has had a huge impact on critical infrastructure in many countries. This is due to over-reliance on the cloud and dependence on specific vendors. It is important to retain the option to choose different options. This freedom is only possible because of the open system.
The next item on the agenda is a discussion of general use case. We have accurately implemented the LibreOffice in our organization. At the time of the implementation, the idea was to use ODF document statement within the organization and Microsoft Office format for document for external transaction. But in practice, that didn't very well. The reasons were varied. They said we can understand the difference between file formats. And then even though we are in an environment where we can use Microsoft Office, we don't see the benefits of working with LibreOffice, which we are not familiar with. The last one is we are used to using Microsoft Office to create documents. I think their psychological state is due to the psychological burden or the learning the new things and the fear of the unknown. You know, the fear of the unknown is especially strong. Now, LibreOffice is not well known in Japan because the brand is weak and they are probably concerned about using such a product in business. The perception of many people in our organization is that it is a free doggy software. To display their doubts, I repeatedly assert in meetings that the software is highly reliable and is usable by governments such as Taiwan and Germany. But their response is very interesting. They said, "This is Japan." I think most people usually follow the global trends, and I think that is a convenience interpretation. What I'm trying to say is that in order to the LibreOffice to become popular in Japan, we need to create many influential speakers for the platform. I think many people rely on marketing and advertisement to decide what they want. I think the trend is more important than the first. So I think we should consider about the matter as well. The next agenda is what will happen when open source software becomes more widely used. As a case in point, What would be the result of configuring your group web with Nextcloud, your Office software with LibreOffice, and your email client with Thunderbird, and your email with GC? If it becomes more widespread at the national scale, the first thing will be happen, maybe the test will be go down, and then we will no longer have to pay software usage tests. So we will compensate with public service, and then we will enjoy public service equally because we won't have to buy any softwares. This ensures that all operations are conducted with complete transparency. In private transactions, there are with pure situation where the other party is forced to use specific softwares. And we have fewer subscription and it will be easier to manage costs. Furthermore, reducing reliance on a single platform, the risk of significant system failure can be mitigated. The next agenda is what is key to separating the LibreOffice technology. I think the following 3 points are very important. The first one, users do not need to be particularly aware of the software, and then excessive focus on the software can be harmful. And this is driven by user strong brand loyalty and their high level of awareness of usability. I think the dignity of the product is very important. However, it is important not to be too assertive in order to process content efficiently and accurately. While an attractive interface may be appealing to users, it may not facilitate focus on the content. We believe that the important thing is to support users so that they can focus on the contents. I think Collabora Online is an excellent solution in this regard. I don't know the details, but perhaps because Collabora Online is designed to be collaborated and the interface is not assertive in a positive sense. Each product is designed to integrate seamlessly with its respective platform. Of course, LibreOffice also has great interface more than. LibreOffice has a tab UI that is easy to use for Microsoft Office users, and then we can customize the standard UI. In a way, this may have to alleviate the fear of the unknown. In fact, some members in our organization don't like the other software more than over LibreOffice. This is particularly the case for individuals who have some knowledge of Microsoft Office. And then they probably only use it a few % of the functions. On the other hand, people who are not interested are accepted and can use LibreOffice without any problems. They are not concerned with the means, but rather focus on the object so the work is accomplished and smoothly. We think we should focus on achieving our objectives, not worry about how. We think as the convenience of ODF becomes more widely spread, users will have a variety of options for viewing and editing and depending on the saturation and their preference. I think this is a major advantage of using ODF. The next agenda is fear of security. We live surrounded by the wide range of banda products. All of the products are very useful and functional. Recently, advances in AI make it even more convenient. At the same time, our important personal information is being collected by companies for use as marketing material. Advertisement with this information gathered by this will be more attractive. when we see advertisement from big companies, we feel a sense of security. In other words, we buy products through advertising and promotion. I think it's like being brainwashed by the vendors. We believe that we are losing our ability to make decisions. We are installing what the vendor gave us without thinking, so we are losing our important information and ideas. We need to change this situation. We should gather the information on what individual thinks. And then we should consider both negative and positive opinion before making decisions. To further clarify, we do not intend to reject any product provided by any vendors. And then I think the following 3 points are very important. The first one, when looking at the vendor's philosophy, is the attitude toward the user made clear. The next one is the community prepared to enable users to trade ideas with each other? The last one is, are the specifications designed to inhibit user choice? I think you will feel more comfortable if you have a clear understanding of about 3 points. Furthermore, I really hope that in the future, open software will play a central role for people to take control of their information. I believe that an infrastructure offering freedom of choice and transparency will be built. Thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you, Candace, Ido-san, and Popo. Any question for them? Any question? If not, I have a few questions and suggestions for you.
Yes.
The first is that you said before is Yamamoto Prefecture? Yamagata Prefecture, and with OpenOffice and failed, and now we are trying to promote it to try to adopt LibreOffice into some private company. So, any successful experience for now? Have you ever successful to promote LibreOffice into an organization, or mostly just like they are still resisting?
I think the community in people more at for the branding.
So not yet, right?
Not it.
That's fine. Because I'm talking about this because what you presented today is mostly overlapped with what we were doing in the past few years in Taiwan. I mean, I think you are going on the right path.
Yes.
But of course, it will take a lot of time, and the key point would be keep communicating with people, especially key persons in the in organization or in government. So of course, it's not always have the chance like we have about 10 years ago. Our government start thinking about using open document format, so we handle that opportunities to work with our government to go this way. But of course, that was because we have already promoted this. We already worked on this for more than 10 years before that happened.
Yes.
So I think you are working on the right path. So you just need to keep going and keep communicating, and maybe wait for a certain point that there was someone or sometimes some key person thinks maybe this is a good thing to do, and then you can handle that opportunity. And then the other thing is that I think even you don't have successful experience yet, but I think you can try to apply for the certification, the migration consultant certification in document foundation, because usually that is one system we try to help with no matter from ecosystem point of view or from community point of view. When we try to promote, when we try to migrate LibreOffice and open document format into an organization, this certified migration consultant can help with all these So of course you need to have some experience. You have already some, even it's not successful, that's fine. But when you can try to apply for the certification, and of course, like we have several certification certified people in Taiwan like me, we can also help you with when you have an opportunity to migrate this into the organization. We can help you, and since if you are certified, they can you can say you are backed by the whole community and the document foundation. So I think that is something you can do. And here, right in this room, we have 4 members of certification committees. just in this room, we have 4 members. So maybe later or in the our community dinner, you can talk with like Lothar, Idaro, and me or Eric. We are the 4 members of the committee. You can talk with us about applying the certification and maybe about how to migrate. Because like what I said, the communication, the Eric and me, we have already at least more than 100 sessions about just to talk about why we should do this. Okay, why we should use open document format and why we should promote just like yesterday's topic, public money, public code. Right? I think in your presentation you have already covered most of that. So I say we are overlapped actually. So I think we are working on the right path. So maybe keep going with the communication and try if when the opportunity comes, you can handle that. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So any other questions? No. No. Okay. Thank you.